I can't determine whether I'm famous or respected or not, but I've been in the news quite a bit, in the Alaska Magazine 5 times, in the New York Times, and a lot of other places. Most of my life, people have gone, ooh, how do you do that? That is cool. Where do you get your ideas from? I wish I could do that. How do you do that? My pat answer has always been talent, magic. But the truth and the reality would be you really would have a hard time getting to where you want to be from where you are. And the explanation for that is long and complicated, involved, hard to explain. And so I'm going to begin by saying it's all about being safe. And I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to read all the instructions you get with equipment you buy, because these instructions are written for a reason and they should be handled carefully and kept in a safe place, a very safe place, and used wisely. Used wisely. Used wisely. Read carefully. Read carefully. Use wisely. That's very, very important. Pay attention. I cannot emphasize too much how important instructions are. So after you've read the instructions, make sure that you're safe. Keep your fingers away from moving parts like bandsaw blades. Use the guard and be very, very careful. Do not attempt to do your own wiring. Have an electrician come in and approve everything. That's very important. We wouldn't want to get shocked, and everything electrical has to function properly. We wouldn't want to accidentally hook the power up backwards or have wires anywhere where you might be able to trip over them. There is no duct tape baling wire activities going on. If you want to be creative, you need clean, new, up-to-date, everything certified equipment. I cannot emphasize too much how important all this is. You can see how important being neat and clean is. Keep all your inventory where you can find it, all in place. Everything properly labeled. And all chemicals safely stowed away in a good place, and a fire extinguisher. Escape, and make sure you're wearing goggles and safety helmet, and a hazmat area against the horrible conditions under which you're working. What are you doing, kitty? Be safe. What are you doing? You just knocked my box over. Keep all pets properly contained. Do not let them explore around anything that could be hazardous or might fall over. Do not let them get near things like hot chimneys, moving grinders, and spinning parts. All equipment should be new, safe, up-to-date, and pay attention to safety things. Have a good exhaust system in place to take the dust away. You don't want to be breathing that dust. Never open the lid of a moving machine. That guard is in place for a reason, and for God's sakes, don't get your fingers anywhere near the sharp blade or the moving parts. Handle all sharp objects with safety gloves. Do not bend, mutilate, manipulate sharp objects. Dispose of in a proper manner, in an appropriate, safe container out of the way where nobody can get hurt. That's very important. Be safe. Oh, did I remember to mention dust? Now, keeping the dust down is very, very important because you don't want to breathe this potentially toxic dust, so you put in a good system for eliminating dust. That's very important. A good system that just sucks the dust away. And so we want a very clean, dust-free environment. That's very important. And if you have a wood stove as a source of heat, please, please be sure to keep all flammables away from the stove. And if you have a furnace, like this, keep everything clear of the furnace, and all flammables need to be kept away so that you can be safe, because we wouldn't want a fire and burn our shop down. And all pets need to be kept safe. Is that correct, Bacon? Huh? Are you safe? Safety first. Isn't that correct, Bacon? Safety first. And the floor needs to be kept swept, because if you drop anything, you need to find it, and you wouldn't want to step on any sharp objects. And I say a place for everything and everything in its place. That's very important. Don't forget that. And you need a safety escape. A safety escape in case there's a problem. And all chemicals need to be properly contained, labeled, and put in a safe place. Because we wouldn't want to burn ourselves or contaminate ourselves. Many of my heroes and people I look up to are extremely gifted, but also extremely tweaked. John Lennon, Mark Twain, Edison, Poe, Van Gogh, just to name a few. Einstein couldn't tie his shoes. Van Gogh was in a mental institution and never made a dime off of his paintings. So most of these people that I'm talking about had family issues, didn't get along with their own relatives, and the best that could be said was they were a piece of work.